Hi everyone. For this ThoughtCast, I am going to talk about toxic friendships or slash relationships, etc. Because I believe we've all been or still are involved in one of them. So I'm going to tell you how I got out of it personally. And the first thing that I realized very late, but which was probably the main problem for me to get out of this harmful friendship, was to understand I was in a toxic friendship. And this is probably the main reason we take so much time to get out of a toxic relation. Because we pain to realize we are living a toxic situation with someone. That's our main problem. We don't know we are in a non-genuine situation. We ignore that. But what makes us ignore that? What made me blind? Well, I used to believe strongly that you could only be in a toxic friendship or a relationship if one of us was a bad person. And it's obviously difficult to admit that your friend, your partner, your parent, or even yourself is a bad person. Honestly, who would admit that? So first thing you have to understand is that you can be in a terrible situation with someone good. Two good persons can be involved and create a toxic relation. It's not that you are a terrible person, but what you're living, what you both created together is terrible. It's the chemistry between you that isn't healthy. Just like something bad can happen to a good person, well, it doesn't make this person evil, right? Well, it's the same for a relationship. If you put two elements together, you can either have an amazing color or a massive and harmful explosion. And for a toxic relationship, it's not always about the components. It can also be about the reaction. So now that you have that point in mind, the question is, how do I acknowledge you're living an unhealthy relation? Well, once again, I won't give you a list of the 23 signs that you're living an unhealthy relation, etc. But I learned that you recognize a toxic friendship, relationship when you don't recognize yourself anymore. I used to be friends with people who used to criticize a lot, automatically see the bad in people first, but because we had kind of the same sense of humor and they were good people, I thought, oh, it's okay, I'm not like this anyway, I'm not influenceable. But trust me, you don't need to be influenceable to start becoming like those persons you hang out with 24/7. It's a fact. The more you stay with the people, the more you'll become like the people. And that's exactly what happened to me. I started becoming a negative person myself, and I would spread negative vibes around me. And that was the first signal something was wrong with me. The second signal was that when I would meet other people, I would be so positive, extra joyful, like a ball of energy and over the top. And sometimes I would think, I need to chill a bit. Why am I so happy to hang out with other people? Why am I so happy to see new people? It was like I had this joy in me, bottled up, and that I wouldn't let out. And then I would go back to my friends, and I would become this moaning person again. And that was it. That's when I realized it has to stop now. They are good people, but their vibe, their energy and aura just has a very bad effect on me. And it was pretty hard to accept it. And it did take me a while to understand it. But when I did understand and accept it, it was easy to let go. Because for once, I didn't choose them. I didn't choose our friendship. I didn't choose the absolute and blind need to belong to a group. But I chose the relationship I had with myself. I chose me. And I believe it's time to choose you. Thanks for listening to this ThoughtCast. Let me know what you think of toxic relationships in general, and if you've been in one, and how you got through it in the comment section. I'll be very happy to read your experience as I shared mine. Thanks again. Bye.